first message from the Empire did not use words. It arrived as a wall of ships. From orbit, they looked like a layer of metal clouds wrapping around Earth, blocking out chunks of starlight. People came out of their homes at night and saw the strange shadows moving across the sky. Some screamed, some prayed, some started filming on their phones, hands shaking. General Amina Rafiq watched the live feeds from an underground command room in Nevada. Her coffee had gone cold a long time ago. On the main screen, thousands of alien vessels formed a tight web around the planet, every ship bristling with guns and spines of blue energy. "Estimate?" she asked quietly. 2,000 capital ships at least, said her operations chief, Morales. His voice was flat, but his knuckles were white around his tablet. "Plus support craft. This is not a threat display. This is a full kill order." Amina felt the room waiting for her to panic. She didn't. She just exhaled and rolled her shoulders, like a boxer before the bell. "They sent their best," she murmured. "Good. We only get one shot at this." On another screen, the official broadcast from the Empire played. A towering alien with glassy black skin and 4 shimmering eyes spoke in a cold, echoing tone, translated into every human language. "You will surrender your world," it said. "Any resistance will be erased. Your history will end tonight." Reporters whispered. Civilians cried. Some world leaders demanded negotiations. Amina only smiled. It was a small, tired, human smile that did not belong in a room facing extinction. "Patch me through to the global network," she said. "It's time we stop pretending we're helpless apes." As the technicians worked, she adjusted her uniform, brushed a strand of hair from her eyes, and prepared to speak for 8 billion souls. The world saw her face before they learned her name. "People of Earth," Amina said, looking straight into the camera. There were faint lines of exhaustion around her eyes and a smudge of oil near her collar. Nothing about her looked like a movie hero. She looked like someone's older sister who had not slept in 3 days. "Listen carefully. The Empire thinks we are divided, unprepared, weak. They are wrong. You are not powerless. Right now, every one of you has a job. Children in Lagos, farmers in Pakistan, miners in Chile, coders in Seoul, soldiers in ruined desert bases." Screens flickered everywhere, and heads turned toward her voice. "You will stay calm. You will follow local emergency instructions. And no matter what happens in the sky tonight," she said, "you will remember one thing. Humanity has been planning for this." In the command room, Morales muttered under his breath. "If they knew how close some of these systems are to falling apart, they'd faint." Amina heard him and almost laughed. "Relax, Luis. They only need to believe for a few hours." Far above, the Empire's elite fleet finished its encirclement. Formation markers flashed across their tactical displays. Human networks buzzed with fear. The aliens watched the chaos with detached satisfaction. On the flagship, an admiral with a crown of glowing tendrils studied Earth's data feeds. Primitive culture, fragmented governments, late-stage fossil technology. His evaluation was simple. "Begin planetary suppression," he ordered. "Disable their power grids. Target population centers. Do not fire on their military first. Let them watch their own helplessness." Down in Nevada, lights flickered as orbital jammers bit into the grid. "Here we go," Amina said softly. "Bring GhostNet online. All cells, execute blackout protocol." Across bunkers, basements, and forgotten research labs, hidden human systems woke up like old predators smelling blood again. The aliens expected silence when the lights went out. City by city, the surface of Earth dimmed. Power grids snapped offline. Great towers in Shanghai and New York went dark. Aircraft drifted dead in the air as their systems failed. The Empire's admiral watched the blackening planet and felt a calm pride. One command and an entire world bent. Except it didn't. The first surprise came from the dark side of the moon. Hidden beneath a layer of rock and fake ice, a human hangar opened like an eye. Massive doors slid aside, revealing rows of ships that no alien sensor net had ever detected. Their hulls were matte black, edges softened, Heat signatures ghosted away. Morales stared at the launch telemetry. "We're really doing this," he whispered. "After all these years. We built them for this exact moment," Amina replied. "Launch sequence, full pack. No more rehearsals." One by one, the vessels roared to life without flame, using drives that bent space in ways even most humans did not fully understand. Project Donkerus had lived in rumor and conspiracy forums for decades. Only a few thousand people on Earth knew it was real. Now the whole galaxy was about to find out. As the first wave of human ships slipped from lunar shadow, the Empire's sensors finally caught a glimpse. For 3 full seconds, their systems flagged the incoming signatures as debris. On the 4th second, the algorithms panicked and reclassified them as high-threat unknowns. The Admiral leaned forward, tendrils stiffening. "What are those?" In Nevada, Amina watched the icons glide into the thick of the enemy grid. "They're our answer," she said. And we're done smiling politely. Deep underground, thousands of operators tightened headsets, flexed their fingers over controls, and felt years of secret training finally become real. The first clash did not look like a battle. It looked like a glitch. Empire destroyers targeted the approaching human craft with precise, beautiful lines of light. The beams hit, then slid off, bending sideways as if space itself refused to cooperate. "Shields? No, something stranger." "Refraction envelope is holding," said one of the younger techs, her voice shaking with excitement. "They can see us, but they can't lock a stable solution." "Good," Amina said. "Keep them guessing. Prioritize their command nodes. We're going for the head, not the armor." Human ships moved like nothing designed by a committee. Their paths were messy, almost playful looping arcs, sudden drops, sharp spins that made no sense to the tidy alien targeting programs. A bored gamer in Brazil, a retired pilot in Ukraine, a wheelchair-bound engineer in India, they were all on the same encrypted network, flying drones that were miles long from thousands of miles away. "Pull left, Squad 3, you're flirting with that cruiser's flak screen," someone yelled over comms. "Relax, I'm dancing," came the reply. "Watch this." 3 black ships folded, slid behind the Empire cruiser, and fired once. The shot was not bright. There was no cinematic explosion. The enemy vessel simply came apart, its internal gravity failing, decks ripping away like loose paper in a storm. On the flagship, alarms screamed. Data streams flooded in, full of impossible readings. "These primitives have phase-shift weaponry," a sensor officer stammered. "That is forbidden technology. They cannot." "They can," the Admiral interrupted coldly. "Adapt, tighten formation, overwhelm them with volume." He still believed it was a contest of numbers. Amina knew better. Humans had never been good at playing fair with numbers. They were better at changing the rules mid-game. On muted side channels, pilots laughed, cursed, traded song links, and flew like the sky finally belonged to them. The Empire's counterstrike was brutal. Dozens of their capital ships broke from the ring and dove toward Earth, ignoring the harassing human craft. If they could not win cleanly in orbit, they would burn continents and sift through the ashes later. Their weapons charged, gathering power that once cracked minor moons. In the Nevada bunker, the lights flickered again. Dust drifted from the ceiling. "They're changing strategy," Morales said. "Going for terror." Amina nodded slowly. "Then we show them what terror looks like from our side." She opened a secure line that had not been used in 20 years. Old encryption, old codes. Somewhere beneath the Pacific, something heard its name called and woke up. The feed shifted to a live view from far beyond the Empire fleet, at the edge of the system. At first there was only darkness. Then the stars bent, sliding aside like beads on an invisible thread. A shape emerged. It did not look elegant. It looked like a scar across reality. A war machine built with the stubborn creativity of thousands of frightened, brilliant humans who refused to die quietly. Its hull was patchwork, plates from different nations welded together, bristling with experimental arrays and cannons that had never been fired in open war. "Project Last Light," Morales whispered. "I thought we mothballed it." "We did," Amina said. But we never threw away the key. As the colossal ship oriented itself, every Empire sensor turned toward it in horrified fascination. Admiral, a strategist said on the flagship. New contact detected. Classification: Super Dreadnought. Power output exceeds safe readings. This design is insane. For them or for us? The Admiral asked. Possibly both. Amina watched the crew of Last Light check in. Old faces, new recruits, nervous hands gripping real physical controls. Transmit only one message, she ordered. No threats, just our answer. The message was 23 words long. This is humanity, it said. You came here certain. You will leave here changed or not at all. Final offer. Turn back now. Across the Empire fleet, translators rendered the sentence into shapes, tones, pulses of light. Some officers laughed. Others felt an unfamiliar tightness in their chests. The Admiral did not laugh. He stared at the readings pouring in from Last Light. The human ship's main reactor was cycling up, crossing red line after red line, ignoring every known safety rule. No sane civilization would do this. Fire on that vessel with everything we have, he ordered. If they want annihilation, grant it. Beams and torpedoes streaked toward Last Light. They hit and vanished, swallowed by a blooming sphere of twisted gravity around the ship's core. The dreadnought did not dodge. It advanced. In the bunkers and living rooms of Earth, people held their breath. Amina rested her hands on the console, palms flat, like she was steadying the planet itself. Begin cascade, she said. Inside Last Light, chained reactors overclocked, feeding an engine designed not to move a ship, but to move consequences. Space around the dreadnought thickened, then rippled outward in a silent tide. The wave hit the Empire fleet. Their weapons failed first, turning to useless heat. Then their shields inverted, exposing raw hull. For one still second, thousands of alien officers understood that they were not predators visiting a farm. They were intruders in someone else's last home. Human ships struck in that moment. Surgical, precise, almost gentle. They did not chase survivors. They cut out the threat and let the rest flee. Hours later, Earth skies were clear. Morales slumped in his chair. We actually did it, he said. Amina looked at the stars, not smiling this time. No, she replied softly. We just told the galaxy how far we'll go to stay human.